What's up, guys? It's your boy, Barca Boy 103. Today we're going to be reacting to the Barcelona news over the past 24 hours. We're going to be discussing a lot, but the main topic we're going to discuss is Barcelona's plan for the January transfer window that's coming up in 2 weeks' time. They plan to bring in 2 players and sell basically all the players they don't want. The main 3 that are on the list to be sold are Sergino Dest, Samuel Umtiti, and Philippe Coutinho, and the 2 main primary targets for the January transfer window for signings will be Ferran Torres and a surprising one, Edinson Cavani. And before that window, they want to renew Dembele's contract as soon as possible. We're going to talk about a lot of other stuff as well, Alberto Benagas, injury updates, all the other players that we've been linked with, and of course, Spy Barca project is coming out with the referendum, and of course, if you guys an update about the Maradona Cup tomorrow. But before we get into it, make sure you guys smash that like button down below. Let's try to get the 200 likes this video. It'll be very much appreciated, and also make sure you hit the subscribe button down below if you haven't already, and let's get into it. Let's start off with the news in regards to Barcelona's plan for the upcoming winter transfer window. Can the syrup come out saying that Juan Laporta has promised Xavi 2 signings in January apart from Dani Alves. Barcelona believe that in 6 months they will have a competitive team and be one of the benchmarks in Europe again. So apparently within 1 year, Juan Laporta and Xavi believe that Barcelona will have an elite team again. That means that this window is going to be absolutely huge for that. And also Fernando from Deportivo, he came out saying that it is clear that no player will be signed by Barcelona that Xavi Hernandez does not want in his team. All signings will have to go through Xavi. So if Juan Laporta wants to bring in someone, Xavi has to give the final yes or no. Xavi says no, they don't get signed. If he says yes, they get signed, and that's going to be very, very important that the manager wants the players that are coming in. For example, when Bartomeu was the president, he signed Coutinho and Dembele and Griezmann, which were the players that Valverde didn't want. He wanted Griezmann, but he didn't want Coutinho and these other players under Gomes, all that sort of stuff. But everything now has to go through Xavi. So let's now talk about players that we've been linked with over the past 24 hours. Now, the amount of players that we've been linked to over the past 24 hours has been absolutely crazy. What I'm going to do, quick fire, just go through it, mention it, and give you guys my opinion quickly. Firstly, on Hernandez coming in from Luis Canu. Now, of course, Luis Canu, he's not that reliable anymore because, of course, he was very, very reliable when his best friend was the manager of Barcelona, Ronald Koeman. Now, not so much. He's saying that Hernandez is another option for Barcelona. He ends his contract with La Real in June 2022, and Barcelona would be working to get him for free next summer, but could sign him in January by paying a small fee. I'm not really interested in Hernandez. I mentioned at reject. He's a decent winger, not exceptional that we're looking for. Wouldn't go for him whatsoever, and I don't really think he's been linked with us as well. But a player that a lot of you guys talk about in the comments a lot is Julian Alvarez coming in from Ole Diarra. They've come out saying that Barcelona are among many clubs interested in signing Julian Alvarez. They even have some executives in Argentina to decide this case. Paying his release clause, was around 20 to 25 million, is within Barcelona's reach. This player I would go for. I think he has that potential. He does well. He's in the Argentina national team as well. Never watched him play. I've seen some highlights of him on YouTube though. I would go for him, but of course we're gonna get those other options that we have first. We gotta get Cavani and other players that we'll talk about. If we can't get them, I would happily go for Julian. But we have also been linked with other players from South America. Firstly, another Alvarez player coming in from Deportivo. They've come out saying that Barcelona are following Penal striker August Alvarez. Many other top clubs are also tracking him. He will cost 12 million euros and initially start at Barcelona B if he's signed, but Alvarez has scored 23 goals in 40 games this season. He's also been linked with Ajax as well. Would I go for him? Not really. Of course, he'd be a Barcelona B sign now for the first team. We need first team players. Another one has come in as well from Deportivo as well, saying that another Uruguayan striker about whom reports have reached Barcelona is River Plate striker Arizo. I can't really pronounce his name, sorry about that. He would cost around 8 million euros and he could join the subsidiary of the top clubs, but Barcelona prioritized Augustus Alvarez over him. So again, Barcelona prefer him over him, but they are looking at both players. We'll wait and see how it goes. I highly doubt either of these 2 will be signed. If they are signed, they will be signed for Barcelona B. Now, a player that could be a well and true opportunity is Anthony Martial coming in from Sport. They've come out saying that Anthony Martial is not among Barcelona's priorities, but the club is keeping a close eye on his situation in case they fail to sign their top targets for this upcoming window. And Martial wants to leave Manchester United, and that is confirmed from his agent. He came out in the media saying, look, Martial wants to leave the club this January window, whether it's on loan or on a permanent move. He wants to go. I would keep an eye on this one. Again, we don't get our top targets, he would be a decent option. I would personally go for him if we don't get our top targets. So keep a close eye on this one, but again, not a priority right now for the club. But what that could be is Andre Onana coming in from Mundo Deportivo. They've come out saying that Inter Milan, Napoli, Atletico Madrid, Monaco, and Nice are interested in Onana apart from Barcelona. Barcelona have maintained regular contacts with him, but Aleman and Cruyff haven't made any more movements since Ramon Planet's departure, and Inter Milan are leading the race and are the best placed team to sign him. I am begging we sign Onana on a free deal, man. Ter Stegen needs competition. If we want Ter Stegen to be at his best level, he needs a good goalkeeper behind him. Not a Neto, not, crappy keeper. He needs a Bravo. He needs a Silson or an Andre Onana type profile. I would bring him in 120%, but of course, he wants first team football, and with Hernandez leaving Inter Milan very soon, Inter Milan offering the first team spot, of course, which at the moment we really can't offer. But again, Onana's probably watching Barcelona saying, look, Ter Stegen, I could easily be the top spot in Barcelona. We'll wait and see how this goes. I would sign Onana 100%. Let's hope the club does so. But let's now discuss the players who are Barcelona's #1 target for the January transfer window. The first one, as you all probably know, is Ferran Torres. Fernando Porto from Deportivo came out saying that Xavi was clear. His priority was to sign a forward. He liked Dani Olmo and Ferran Torres the most, but finally the coach and the club opted for Torres, given that he was already crazy to join Barcelona even before joining Man City. And right now, Barcelona and Man City are advancing in negotiations for Ferran Torres. The position between the two clubs is closing, and now there's optimism at Barcelona as well as Torres' camp that the transfer can be closed. I'm still on the fence with this one. I don't know. I think we can get the deal done in January for the summer, but can we get him in January as a Barcelona player? I'm not quite too sure. I think we'll need an absolute negotiation masterclass. But of course, the club are optimistic, so I guess that makes me optimistic as well. But the second player who is the #1 target for Barcelona in the winter window, this may surprise you, it's Edinson Cavani. Firstly, Fernando Polo and Gabriel Sanz from Mundo Deportivo came out saying that another player to reinforce Barcelona would be Edinson Cavani. It is admitted that due to his age, he would not be the ideal signing, but due to his experience and finishing ability, his incorporation is considered. Moises Malorens and Samuel Marsden from ESPN came out saying that Edinson Cavani is welcomed the possibility of joining Barcelona as long as he's offered a 1.5-year contract. So of course, January to the summer, then another year after that. And Xavi is the main supporter of Cavani's arrival. He sees him as an experienced player with good finishing. And now the reporter who's the closest to Xavi, and that is Javi Miguel, he came out saying that Edinson Cavani is the #1 candidate to accompany Ferran Torres and join Barcelona in the January transfer window. Xavi wants him, and Cavani is open to reducing his salary to join Barcelona. Barcelona now are trying to convince Manchester United to let him go. Now Cavani has told United, look, at the end of the season, I'm going to leave for free 100%. The question now is, can Barcelona convince United to let him go 6 months earlier? Now TV3 have come out saying that Ferran Torres is Barcelona's #1 objective for the January transfer window, but the club is also interested in signing Edinson Cavani. It's clear as day. The two players that Barcelona want are Ferran Torres and Cavani. Now Cavani would come in basically as an Aguero replacement because of course he's going to be retiring, and Torres would come in as an additional winger coming in that we desperately need. I think if we can complete these two signings in January, big dub, absolutely big win. These are two players that can come in and have a huge influence. The problem with Cavani, he's injury prone, man. He'll go out, score a hat-trick, next day he'll be out for a week or 2 weeks. It always happens with him. Fernando Torres, of course, no flaws I see with his signing. He'll come in, of course, a little bit injury prone for him as well, but not as much as Cavani. I think if we can get these two deals done in the winter transfer window, it'd be an absolutely huge masterclass by Laporta, Xavi, and the whole entire Barcelona board. Let's see how they do. Let's now discuss the players who have been rumored to leave Barcelona over the past 24 hours. Now, of course, if you want to make signings, we must, and I mean we must, get rid of players in this squad. Esport 3 have come out saying that Xavi and Laporta will start cleaning up the squad from December the 31st. Of course, after the match against Sevilla on that day, they'll be forceful in their actions. Barcelona will look for different ways out and possible termination of contracts for Neto, Coutinho, Umtiti, and Sergino Dest. There will be no signings without exits. Fernando Porto from Mundo Deportivo came out saying that Marc-Andre Ter Stegen and Frenkie de Jong are not in danger right now because they are expected to provide good performances in the second part of the season. But however, during the summer, the entire team must pass a test of quality, performance, and commitment. Each footballer will be valued based on not only what he's contributed, but also what he's cost the club, and if his performances is in line with what they invested in him. After 5 months, depending on all the players' performances, decisions will be made. So right now, Ter Stegen and De Jong not really in danger. The main four that Barcelona want to get rid of: Coutinho, Neto, Umtiti, and surprisingly, Sergino Dest. And also, contract terminations are on the table for Umtiti and Coutinho if we cannot get rid of them. Because if you think about it, right? Umtiti earns 200k a week. 100k a week for Cavani, 100k a week for Ferran Torres. Bada bing, bada boom. All you really have to do is just get rid of Umtiti. You can bring these two players in. It's that simple. And that's why Barcelona have to get rid of these players. But one player who's been rumored to leave Barcelona, who probably won't leave right now, is Cavani. Apparently, he's been linked with a loan move to Atletico Madrid this January transfer window, but the reliable Mateo Morito from Sky Sports came out saying that rumors linking Cavani with a loan move to Atletico Madrid is not true. So we've already given them, David Villa, Suarez, and Griezmann. I thought, let's just give them long let, might as well. But apparently, the rumors are not true. But Javi Miguel, again, the man who is the closest to Xavi, has come out saying that Philippe Coutinho, Samuel Umtiti, and also surprisingly again, Sergino Dest are the main candidates to leave Barcelona in January. It is not ruled out that Barcelona give the letter of freedom to Coutinho and Umtiti, while Dest will be sold for cash 100%. I mean, I tell you what, if we can get rid of one of Coutinho or Umtiti in the winter, I think that would be more of a success than signing anyone. Honestly, I honestly believe that. Coutinho 400k a week, Umtiti 700k. Oh, no, sorry, Umtiti 200k a week. That equals around 600 to 700k a week. I mean, we can bring in 7 top quality players with that. You can bring in Ferran Torres, Dani Olmo, Cavani, and still have 500k a week left. That's how huge it is to get rid of these players. So wait and see. The club are really pushing to get rid of these players in the winter transfer window, but to be honest, it is going to be a difficult task, but let's hope they can do their best and try to do so. Let's now discuss some contract renewal updates around the first team at Barcelona, and of course, the main contract renewal is around Ousmane Dembele. The club still want to complete before the January transfer window. Fernando Polo from Mundo Deportivo came out saying after the last week's meeting, Barcelona decided to increase their offer for Ousmane Dembele in both fixed and variable salaries. The club have transferred the offer to his agent and now wait a response as soon as possible. Gabriel Sanz from Mundo Deportivo came out saying that Barcelona considers that the negotiations for its renewal have come to an end and they trust that everything will be clarified before January. And Barcelona sources involved in negotiations assert that they are extremely optimistic. The perception that exists at the club is that Dembele is about to stay because they have clearly explained how far they can and want to go to make his renewal official. TV3 have come out saying that Ousmane Dembele's agent has yet not responded to Barcelona's latest contract renewal offer, but however, the club will not change their terms and will wait for his response. He has received big offers from the Premier League clubs. So Barcelona have gone all in. They've increased the salary by each one by $1 million for the variables and the fixed salary. They tell Dembele, look, this is literally the best we can do. Please consider it. Please stay. Dembele right now has that offer. He's thinking about it alongside his agent Musa Sissoko. No response so far from the club, but they hope that before January they'll give a response. Now, of course, we're right now December the 13th. I have about 7 days left to go until, not 7 days, 17 days left to go until January. Let's hope that he answers by then, because if he doesn't answer by then, we're going to be, bothering him every single day. He might just say, no, screw you, whatever. We have to take our time with this. Dembele's renewal is absolutely important. Let's hope the club can complete it. Let's now discuss some injury updates around the first team at Barcelona. Firstly, the big one on Ansu Fati. Javi Miguel from AS has come out saying that Ansu Fati will miss the last 3 games of the season. Of course, he didn't play yesterday against Osasuna. The aim right now is to have him return for the match against Mallorca on January the 2nd. Xavi does not want to take any risk. He'll only return when he's 100% fit. So Ansu Fati out for the rest of the year. He won't play against Elche or Sevilla. Barcelona, though, want him back for that game on January the 2nd against Real Mallorca away from home. And of course, the week after that will be the Super Cup El Clasico. Let's hope he can play that game, because of course, he could have been on the bench for Bayern Munich if the club wanted to risk it, but they didn't want to risk it, and rightfully so. And now he'll sit out for the Christmas break, and hopefully he'll be back with us during that month of January, where we'll have a lot of games and we need his quality. Let's hope he'll be back by then. Now, just to end off this video, I want to discuss some of the news surrounding Barcelona over the past 24 hours. First, on the news about Alberto Benaguez, I didn't want to cover this, but the only reason why I'm covering it because I talked about it in the last transfer video, so I want to give you guys an update. He has left the club due to personal reasons, but those personal reasons have been leaked. Reports are coming out saying that around 60 witnesses report about abuse and harassment of children by the former Barcelona football coordinator Alberto Benaguez at the Barcelona Academy. The events took place during the 80s and the 90s. So apparently, I'm not gonna go into detail. If you want to go Google it, you can go Google it. But basically, he did the not so good stuff with the children back in the 80s and the 90s, and those allegations have come back up again, and that's why he's left the club. ASAP Reno. It hasn't happened right now. These were in the past, and Laporta came out saying that look, we didn't know about this. If we knew about this, we wouldn't have hired him. But now we're gonna take a good look, in-depth look into it, and then we're gonna release an official statement. So watch out for that. It may have been released by now. I have no idea. But yeah, this news is absolutely crazy. We're all excited about Benagas coming back. He's one of the best, football coordinators in the world, and especially for Barcelona. He touted out, Iniesta and Xavi. But yeah, he won't be coming back to Barcelona at any given point. The next Barcelona news update is around Espai Barça, the new Barcelona Stadium project. And on Sunday, December the 19th, which of course is this Sunday coming up, a total of 110,159 members will be voting in the Espai Barça referendum, of which 82,551 are men and 27,608 are women. Out of those totals as well, 45,496 members are from Barcelona, while 57,168 are from the rest of Catalonia, and 7,495 are worldwide. Now, of course, the referendum will be held electronically, like the voting process. Shout out Victor Font, but it will be taking place on December 19th. This could be a huge turning point for Barcelona for the history of the club. They have to vote for yes, in my opinion, but right now it could be a bit 50-50. We'll have to wait and see. If they vote yes, we'll get the 1.1 billion loan from Goldman Sachs to fund the whole project. If they say no, we'll just stick with the same Camp Nou that we have right now. But for the greater good of the club to be able to compete with all the elite teams in the world, we have to upgrade our stadium. And the final update that I have is not really an update, more so a quick reminder that tomorrow will be the Maradona Cup, Barcelona versus Boca Juniors. I will be doing a live watch along for that, but of course I'm not going to do a match preview or a match review because it's just a friendly game. Really, I'm just only excited for Dani Alves. I want to see Dani Alves back in a Barcelona shirt playing football. But again, reminder for that, we'll see some of the fringe players, some of the Barcelona B players. Of course, it's a quick turnaround. We played already on Sunday yesterday, and we have a game tomorrow. Team had to travel, Xavi will hold a press conference, all that sort of stuff. But again, there will be a live watch along for that. So that was my reaction to the Barcelona news over the past 24 hours. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like, and of course, leave your thoughts down below in the comments on everything we discussed. The main thing I want to know is what is your prediction for the January transfer window? Who's going to come in? Who's going to come out? And also about Dembele's renewal as well. I think he'll renew or not. And of course, make sure you guys subscribe down below if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys next time on the channel. Take care and Forza Barca.
Yeah.